Hey, what's up guys? This right here is a classic 1971 Ford Bronco by Velocity, and in this video we're gonna find out if it's worth $270,000. So Velocity, they used to be called Velocity Restorations, but now they're just known as Velocity. They've been doing this for quite some time, and they have a really good reputation for creating some pristine examples of modern luxury classic restorations. And this one is a great example of that because they take the original frame, the original body, and they refurbish it and bring it back to life. And as you can see, they've cut no corners with this vehicle. So we're gonna start with the front, the overall bodywork, talk about the powertrain, and then hop inside, talk about the attention to detail they did all over this vehicle. So starting up front, it's beautiful because it has that classic Ford Bronco design, the red infill on the Ford lettering, as you can see right there, as well as more updated, modern, for DOT regulations, you know, LED headlights. And honestly, they still look OEM, which I love about this. You still get a nice metal chrome, nice polished front bumper. You can tell no Bondo here, no rust here. Nice original body panels, which is great. And you expect that for the money you're dropping on one of these. Now, I do want to talk powertrain since we are up here because, you know, they cooked with this one. Just pull over here, lift the little tab right there. And as you can see right here is a 5-liter Coyote, 3rd gen Coyote V8, and it sounds amazing. We'll put an exhaust clip here for you guys so you can take a listen. But you can tell it's an original hood because it weighs the appropriate amount. Let's hop onto the side here and talk about suspension and what they did to really make this ride more like a, I mean, it still rides like a Bronco, like an old truck, but let's make it, you know, more daily drivable, let's call it. So starting with the wheel package, it's a 17-inch wheel with a BF Goodrich all-terrain tire wrapped around it. Nice, you know, get some good grip if you want to do some nice casual off-roading with the family. And you do have a 2.5-inch lift on this with some nice Bilstein shocks, which they have a good reputation in the off-road space. So I like to see that. But look at this nice classic Bronco badging. That Bronco Sport with your Bronco badge looks really good. A nice sleek antenna, nice and compact, which we like to see. And then look at the attention to detail. This is what Velocity really does as far as putting their money where their mouth is. Milled, CNC machined on this mirror, side view mirror. On this side view mirror, and look at the attention to detail. They have their Velocity logo right there. You could see all the machine work they did. And then this, you do have to manually adjust it, just like that. And you have to tighten those screws if you want to set it in place. But it looks and feels like jewelry, which you really do appreciate. Same thing with their door handle. CNC machined aluminum with their Velocity logo right there. You press on that, sounds so satisfying. It feels very rich, honestly. And then as you open the door, you see those power fold-out steps. I'm gonna close it because we're not getting quite to the inside yet. So we'll close it. Power step will close up, which is great. And coming along the side here, you'll continue to see a machined fuel cap. Nice, beautiful billet material, as you can see right there. Glistens in the sunlight, and you just screw it back on like you would do back in the day, you know? Coming on the back here, guys, let's continue. You get the chrome bumper, nice taillights, you know, simple looking OEM taillights over there, and then a nice tailgate. It is lined in that Rhino liner kind of material. You do get a nice little Velocity floor mat in the back. Not too much trunk space. I mean, it's still a Bronco at the end of the day. But what I love about it is the amount of effort it takes to close this thing. You got to really push it in there, muscle it in, because this is not no soft, you know, 2024 car. This is a 1971 America. All right, but let's hop inside actually and talk about the interior. All right, the first thing you're gonna notice in here is the roll cage they put throughout. You get beefy roll cage with some integrated grab handles up here, and honestly, they did a good job with this interior. Everything here feels premium. Starting with these seats, they're leather, but they're very plush and very cushiony. I mean, I just like the fact that these feel more like a touring seat than like, you know, a sporty seat or like a very tight leather. It's very plush and it's not heated, it's manual controlled, but it gets the job done. And then going onto the dash, get a fly in here, you get this nice leather. This feels really premium, nice to the touch, but also just looks really good. You do have a glove box, but this right here is just the panel for your fuses, so we don't gotta worry about that. And then in the center here, you get OEM looking AC controls where you can control where the air is pointed, your fan speed, and your temperature. Feels really nice, very simple, and it's all you need for an AC system in this vehicle. You still get a nice radio control with an aux jack and a USB port if you want to hook up, you know, your phone or whatever. Nice OEM vents over here. You have front and rear transfer controls, which is great. Cup holders, which we like to see. Nice little phone slot you can place over here. USB-A and USB-C port. I mean, I don't know if this is like really worth stressing. I think that's super important because I use both devices a lot. Current cars in 2024 have USB-A and USB-C, and I really like to see that here. Now, this is a safe, so you can lock it. You know, it's an open top. I do like that. But also, you know, if you just want to keep your stuff secure in this vehicle, the fact that you have that here is amazing. And this armrest is so plush. It's literally a pillow. I don't see this in a lot of cars with a really plush armrest, and they're including that here. But I'll top on the driver's side and see what you get from my perspective. Now I want to talk about the door panel because this right here looks like a roll down window, right? But it's actually a switch. You push it up to go up, and then you push it down to go down. But it's not like, it's not cheap. It's machined aluminum, nice. You know, this thing still rotates like a roll down window would, but it's actually just a, you know, electronic switch to get power roll down window, which is amazing. And even look at the door handle. Velocity etched in right there, machined in, and you also get a nice aluminum handle, which is very heavy and feels very premium. These doors do swing out. You get a nice little tab here to prevent it from really fully swinging out. And let's look at the steering wheel here, guys. Beautiful wood rim steering wheel, nice little accents around there. This is what the horn sounds like. That's great. You have your turn signal stock over here, which is cool. And then this stock over here is actually how you tilt your steering wheel, which is, I mean, who wants to sit like this? But like, I mean, there's some, you know, it's got some swag if you want to be like a bus driver, you know. I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. I haven't, you know, really experienced something like that before, but I really do appreciate it. You still have your automatic transmission. This is a 10-speed, which is what you see in the Mustang. Mated, you know, park, reverse, neutral, and drive. And actually, look at the gauge cluster over here. I want to highlight this. We're going to turn it on. We're going to turn it on here. And I love how compact, how OEM it looks, but also how much information is displayed here. You obviously have your speedometer, a digital gauge cluster with your odometer, and your gear readout. So if you don't want to have to rely on what the manual readout is, which is up here by the steering wheel, if you don't want to rely on this, you can just look at the digital readout. And then you can also, you have your RPM up here, fuel level, you also get temperature, and then your oil pressure. I mean, all important stuff that you want to hear, you want to see on this vehicle, and it's very nice and compact. And then just, you know, perfect. You're not going to be paying attention to that. You're going to be out here enjoying the view, enjoying the vibes with the squad, with the family, with the boys. So yeah, I'm actually gonna turn this off and I'm hopping the back seats and see what it's like back there. So to get to the back, I think the best way to do it is by just hopping, you know, putting your foot on the wheel, grabbing the grab handle, and then just hopping inside. There you go. And I mean, back here, it's pretty nice. You get a beautiful breeze. I don't need to tell you that. It's a nice open air experience. And these seats are comfortable. You get modern seat belts, which is nice. You can buckle in. You also get grab handles over here, which is what I used to get inside here. And honestly, good legroom. I'm not gonna be wanting to sit here for a long time, but to be real with you guys, this is a really fun experience. The more people we can have in this vehicle, I think the better, because it just makes the experience a lot more fun. So now I gotta get out of this thing. All right. Whew. Damn, you can sit up here. Actually, let's actually drive this around a little bit, guys. Let's go.
Right outside.
Oh, it's another Bronco. Yeah, look at that Bronco respect, you know. Driving this on the road, like it is something else. It really is a unique experience, and you had a V8 to it, and boy, does it add to the experience. Oh, I honestly really liked it. I didn't expect to like it this much, but after hooning it around and just kind of getting on it, you really enjoy it. You really do. That open experience, that open air experience. Roll down the windows here. Beautiful weather today, honestly, to enjoy this. But this really lets you enjoy these days a lot more. The steering, you don't get amazing steering feel, but that's not why you get these vehicles. But honestly, Willwood brakes, if I hadn't mentioned that earlier, this has Willwood brakes and they feel really great on all four corners. If you saw the hood, you probably noticed the master cylinder there. But yeah, dude, you just get to enjoy the vibes. The transmission shifts really smoothly, 10 speed, and like honestly, like what more do you want? I mean, maybe you want it for less, but like, what else do you want, you know? Aside from the price. They definitely value the work because of the price they're setting this at, and it's not for everyone. You can build this on your own for less, but they're backing this up with their name, which is something that, you know, you have to respect. So, let's do one more cent. Slow it down here. Slow it down here real quick. I know, do we have no one behind us? I can just look behind. I mean, I got a rear view mirror here, but let's get to like 10 miles an hour. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yo, that's freedom, right? That's America, right there. Oh, but yeah. All right, guys, that's wrap it up here. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button. If you guys have any questions about the vehicle, drop them in the comment section. I'll try my best to answer them for you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.